Well, today was the first day back in schools for most districts here in Western New York as our region continues to deal with a continuing rise in new COVID-19 cases thanks to the Omicron variant. And good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Levin.
And I'm Mary Alice Demler. Thanks to holiday gatherings over the past week and a half, we know many of you have gotten tested over the past few days. Now, this is a look at the line at the rapid test site on Millersport Highway in Amherst. The governor also gave another COVID briefing today, this time from Rochester. And
to on your sides, Ron Plants joins us now in studio to go over the state's quarantining policy that the governor spoke about today. Ron, what you have to say?
Scott, Mary Alice, be prepared. Here we go. We've all seen the numerous changes in policy on COVID that can be quite confusing for everybody out there. And now a question on the actual amount of days for quarantining has emerged, with perhaps some difference between officials in Washington, Albany, and right here at the county level. Today, during our briefing in Rochester, Governor Hochul was asked about the quarantine policy, which the CDC altered just before the holidays. Now it's being reviewed locally. She says the state is going along with the CDC and reducing to 5 the number of days for the quarantine and isolation policies for those testing positive or if they're exposed to COVID and have no symptoms. This, as they feel, they need to balance safety with the health of the economy with asymptomatic workers kept out in quarantine. The state policy announced on Christmas Eve does add the qualifier, and this is different from the feds, that those people can emerge from quarantine after 5 days only if they're vaccinated. The governor again acknowledging the confusion because county health officials have not adopted the shorter 5-day policy.
Everybody was sent home for 10 days. They may have been absolutely asymptomatic and are not contagious after 5 days, and yet they've got 5 more days. That has been such a huge disruption to our economy, from restaurants to the bus drivers to people working in schools. It's just been paralyzing. So based on what the CDC allowed us to do, we scaled that to saying, yes, you can go back after 5 days if you show no symptoms, no fever in 72 hours, and you've also have been vaccinated. Vaccinated people can go back after 5, no fever for 72 hours, absolutely no symptoms. If they're still sniffling, you have to stay home. So it's actually self-reporting, but otherwise we are paralyzing our workforce.
Now, checking the Erie County Health Department website today, it still lists, 10 days of quarantine or isolation for a positive test or COVID-exposed subject. That was also the apparent policy in Monroe County, the Rochester area, where that question came up today for the governor. Hopefully, we're going to get more clarification if Erie County officials hold a COVID briefing tomorrow, as they usually do on Tuesdays. Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.